Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm MarkZ, and you're watching Iraqi Dinar your go-to source for all things related to Iraq's economy, the dinar, and breaking news from the region. We have some major updates today that are causing quite a stir. So let's dive right in. To start off, a major headline is making waves. There's breaking news that Iraq is working towards resuming oil exports to Turkey after suffering an enormous financial setback, with an estimated loss of $19 billion. This is a significant development, especially considering that Iraq has already endured a prior loss of $99 billion, placing immense strain on its economy. Given that Iraq heavily depends on oil exports, any disruptions in production or trade create tremendous pressure on the country's financial stability. It's clear that restarting oil flows is crucial for Iraq's recovery, as every delay further compounds the financial burden. However, another major shift in the financial sector is unfolding simultaneously, and it's creating significant ripples. The U.S. Treasury Department has just imposed fresh sanctions on 5 Iraqi banks, along with several currency exchange companies. These sanctions are tied to allegations that these institutions were engaged in illicit financial transactions, including the smuggling of U.S. dollars to sanctioned entities, primarily Iran. This move is part of a broader and more assertive strategy by the United States to exercise tighter control over financial activities originating from Iraq, a policy that is expected to bring widespread repercussions across Iraq's banking landscape. The U.S. government is intensifying its scrutiny over money laundering risks, unauthorized fund transfers, and gaps in Iraq's regulatory framework. The message from Washington is clear: financial misconduct will not be tolerated, and Iraqi institutions that fail to comply with international financial standards could face even harsher restrictions in the future. Now, shifting to insights from within the dinar investment community, a well-known figure, Guru, recently shared his perspective on managing investments wisely. He cautioned that hiring legal experts, such as an ambulance chaser attorney, for exchange-related matters is an unnecessary expense with little to no impact. Instead, he introduced an interesting strategy for minimizing tax liabilities: the charitable remainder unit trust CRUT. According to him, utilizing a CRUT could potentially reduce capital gains taxes to as low as 10%, making it an appealing option for investors looking to safeguard their profits. However, he strongly advised consulting with a professional trust attorney or an asset protection specialist before making any decisions, as financial strategies like these are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Understanding the nuances and legal implications is crucial before adopting such measures. Another respected voice in the financial discussion, Militiaman, weighed in on the U.S. Treasury's recent sanctions, emphasizing that some of the most powerful financial intelligence agencies in the United States are treating this issue with extreme seriousness. According to him, the new U.S. administration is taking a firm stance against Iraqi banks that fail to adhere to regulatory compliance, and those institutions unwilling to follow the rules are likely to face severe consequences. This isn't just speculation. There are tangible, real-world repercussions for financial entities that do not meet U.S. standards. Compliance has become a top priority, and Iraq's banking sector is under immense pressure to meet these increasingly stringent regulations. Additionally, Militiaman pointed out that discussions regarding the cost of oil extraction in the Kurdistan region are closely linked to the long-awaited hydrocarbon law (HCL), a critical legislative component that could shape Iraq's energy and financial future. Adding another dimension to the ongoing discussion, yet weighed in with an intriguing observation. He asserted that the exchange rate had to be addressed first in order to assign real value to oil transfers. His argument suggests that once Iraq ensures stability in its oil exports, the financial system must reflect this progress through an adjusted dinar valuation. This idea reinforces the belief that a shift in the exchange rate could be closely tied to Iraq's ability to resume oil flows and regain economic stability. Meanwhile, Frank, 26, had a unique take on the post-revaluation scenario. He proposed an interesting perspective, speculating that once the Iraqi dinar undergoes a revaluation, there will be a rush of investors looking to exchange their currency for U.S. dollars. However, he believes that a significant portion of these dinars will eventually find their way back to the U.S. Federal Reserve, leading to a notable shift in the overall supply of the currency. Whether or not one agrees with his assessment, His viewpoint adds an interesting layer to the ongoing discussion about Iraq's financial trajectory. Lastly, Claire voiced strong opinions about how the media has been handling reports on the recent U.S.-imposed sanctions. She criticized certain news outlets for spreading misinformation and exaggerating the scope of the sanctions. She pointed out that some reports misleadingly claimed that up to 37 banks had been targeted, while others falsely suggested that Rapidan Bank was among those sanctioned. According to Claire, much of the public panic stems from unreliable sources, and she urged investors to rely on official information from the Central Bank of Iraq and the U.S. Treasury rather than getting caught up in sensationalized headlines. She stressed that the reality of the situation is far less alarming than what some media narratives suggest, and warned against falling for fear-driven speculation. So, what does all of this mean for dinar investors? Right now, Iraq's financial landscape is shifting rapidly, and multiple factors ranging from sanctions and banking regulations to oil production and potential currency adjustments are shaping the future of the economy. For those closely following Iraq's monetary policies and investment opportunities, staying informed and taking a strategic approach will be essential. Whether you're focused on potential currency value changes, tax strategies, or broader economic trends, one thing is certain: the world is paying close attention, and Iraq's financial future hangs in the balance. That wraps up today's update. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any new developments. And if you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these updates. What do you think about the recent sanctions? And do you believe Iraq is on the verge of a major financial transformation? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more updates on the Iraqi dinar.